Hello and welcome to part 2 of Danza del Altiplano, the improvised version. Here we're going to check out the next dance section, the main section of this fantastic piece. We're also going to check out the little bits and pieces that Brouwer has added, pieces such as this. Now the next repeat, Brouwer in the live version, not on the score, breaks it up with the right hand arpeggio and this. I'm going to show you how to play those scale runs. There's 2 places you can play them, and I'm going to show you the little sextuplet hammer-on rock idea that Brouwer chucks in his live version. Let's dive straight into Danza del Altiplano by Leo Brouwer, part 2. Alrighty, welcome to Microstudy 2. This all plays off 2 cage system shapes, G shape, so if you want to be able to improvise in this, and I've already done all the background for the cage shapes, you can check out the links below, but that is basically what Brouwer is using. We have in that G shape, E shape, so I'm using 3, 1, 4, 1, 4, 1, 1, 3, the opening with those 2 shapes, and then we have this. I suggest using 1 and 3 and then 1 up. That's it. Then Brouwer repeats that idea, but so notice I'm using back of my hand just on the bridge to get that. And then we're into the next section. Main thing here, if you can play alrighty, let's check this all out in slow motion. Welcome to the next section. This is where the fantastic South American rhythm and all of that comes in. We have a lot of polyrhythms here that you need to be aware of. But first of all, we're looking at essentially an A minor shape, but with our 4th finger on the C, but low E. Right hand doing a lot of the work here. If you can, I would start with your 1st finger on, 4th finger on a C here. Brouwer chops out the A in the middle, but you can keep it in if you want to. It's the difference between a C and an A minor. We then go into A minor here with an E in the bass again, C, A minor. The main thing is we've got this 1, 1, 2, 3, 1. Bass line going against this, and that is what gives it the dance kind of quality. Alrighty, so that is the first 2 bars there. We then have this wonderful shape, 1, 3, 4, quick shifts up. G major at 3. So I'm using just a bottom end of a bar chord shape, and then I'm just popping off. Here we got some polyrhythms, 3, 4 against 6 to 8, if you want to think of it that way. This idea then repeats. Now the next repeat, Brouwer in the live version, not on the score, breaks it up with the right hand arpeggio. Breaks this up, which is an E major 7, to get us back to, and then breaks this up, and then we're into the next idea. So There is a lot there, I know, and I'm gonna play through it again nice and slowly. I'm thinking again in terms of chord shapes. All right, here we go. Chord shape: G major, C, F, G, broken up right hand arpeggio, C, E7, A minor, E minor, and then your second finger needs to land on that C there for the next idea, which we'll jump into. So let's check this out in slow motion. Okay, welcome to the next idea. Here we have pull-offs executed by your thumb against half bar E and A, open. And if you notice in this angle here, you will see my first finger does not leave that E at the second fret. Into harmonic. Practice it nice and slowly. It took me a while to get this right, so you know, it's not triplets. It's the main mistake most people will do. They'll do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. It's not 1 and 2 and 3, and make sure it's nice and straight. From this point, Brouwer does this fantastic pentatonic run with a pattern. Now, there is two ways of playing it, and I play both ways, and I suggest when you have a look at my practice video, which will pop up around here, you'll see how I practice it. So, first way, you can do it as open strings. Easily. But I have also found, and Brouwer actually does this himself, is it is just your G shape with this wonderful pattern, nothing to it. Once Brouwer does that, we go into a left hand legato idea, really flashy. 3, 1, 3, 1, pull-offs, all left hand. Make sure that if you misfire with the hammer on of that, it's not going to be able to do the rest. Very rock and roll. Brouwer then goes back to our pentatonic pattern. And then we have the next new idea. 3, 3, E, G, E. Using P and A here. It is possible to pivot onto a 2 to hammer that. I use a 3, it's just easier. It means I've got to do a little bit more work here, but that's not a problem. It sounds better and I'm more confident of hitting it than with that 2. That just gets repeated, and then Brouwer moves up the octave. All left hand. I'm using 1 and 2 because it's easier. Leave that running while your right hand pops down onto there. So, open. All nice and staccato, so I suggest you use a damping technique. This you need to practice till you can switch that off and do that. And then we're into the next idea. Let's check this all out in slow motion. This has been brought to you by classicalguitarrocks.com, my baby. If you want some more of this action and a lot more, I have done more Brouwer. If that's the kind of thing you're interested in, head over to classicalguitarrocks.com, one word, and grab yourself some 6-string inspiration today.